What's up, everybody, and Happy New Year. We are going to be jumping into a Blue Ocean strategy here, the first chapter in the introduction. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss any notifications. So, Blue Ocean Strategy is a book, two different authors, W. Chan Kim and Renee Bongur. I might have butchered that, so apologies there. But it's a book about strategy, developing strategy in business, and not just any type of strategy. It's developing a new strategy. So the way they frame it, just a few definitions to make this easier as we go along. There's either blue oceans or there's red oceans. Red oceans are known marketplaces where the rules are known, you know what the competition is doing, and market share is usually reduced because everybody's competing the same way to get the same piece of the pie. A blue ocean is an untapped marketplace. It has unlimited growth and profit, and it's creation rather than competition. So that's one of the main points. We were just going through the introduction. The first chapter was really introduction. So one of the main points is the only way to beat competition is to stop competing and start creating. Now, something they made clear is that both blue oceans and red oceans have their place. So obviously, blue oceans usually will turn into red oceans because once something is new and created, everybody jumps in. So a few things you could think of cell phones. They were a blue ocean, obviously, with the smartphone, but then other people jumped in and became a rather red ocean. Now there's you got Samsung and Apple, and that's basically it. So my thought is probably like your thought. It was initially, well, that's well and good, and it sounds pretty nifty, but creating a new marketplace is very difficult to do. What this book promises is, promise of this book is to provide practical frameworks and analytics for the systematic pursuit and capture of blue oceans, which is a pretty high promise. So I'm intrigued. At least it's a very lengthy book, I could tell already. Very wordy, very smart. Let's see if we're able to tune in for this whole thing and extrapolate some good things. And this could be in many areas, so they're using it mostly in business, but it could be in different areas of parenting, and it could be in different areas of health, and it could be in your spiritual life. So let's see how much we could extrapolate from this book and draw out of it. Now, the one example I do want to give that they used, which actually I thought was a really good example, was back in the, I think it was early 1900s, they created, a gentleman from Canada created Cirque du Soleil. Now, you might be thinking, well, why is that important? Well, because back then there was circuses, your big top, your tents, your trapezes, your lions, or blah, 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 all that stuff, your clowns. And then there was essentially Broadway shows and your theater shows. What Cirque du Soleil did was they combined the two. Why that was different is because Cirque du Soleil isn't quite circus, but it's also not quite theater. It appeals to adults just as much as it appeals to children, whereas theater mostly appealed to adults, and circus mostly appealed to children. So it was a new thing. It was a blue ocean amidst the two red oceans that created a brand new marketplace to capture basically what was never there before, and it had unlimited growth and potential. And it's grown tremendously since its inception back in the early 1900s. Excuse me. And that's it for today, guys. Now, if you have any questions or comments, or you're reading along, let me know what you thought was the most important takeaway from the first chapter. We're going to be covering the next few chapters in the next day or two as well. Let me know what I missed. I probably missed something. And that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful day.